Yo, what is good YouTube? I'm Richie Kim, and today I'm going to be bringing you all the performance review on the Adidas Harden Volume 6. Before we get started, if you all enjoy sneaker content just like this, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button down below, and also hit that bell notification button so you never miss another video just like this. But anyways, let's get right into it. As always, starting off with the traction, the Adidas Harden Volume 6 finally features a herringbone outsole. And the herringbone on here, I would say is really good. At first, I did have some sliding, whether I was playing on clean courts or dusty courts, but that went away after I'd say like a few hours of play. The traction does break in and you actually have really good stops. If you are playing on your cleaner courts, you really won't have any issues at all. You will be able to stop on a dime and do those Harden movements just like James Harden himself. So yeah, traction on clean courts is really good. If you are playing on your dustier courts, this traction does pick up dust. You can actually see some dust like scattered around here right now. But yeah, you know, it does pick up dust. You will have to wipe, but I would still say that the traction is actually still good. You may slide to a stop occasionally, just depending on like how much dust there is collected on the outsole. So as long as you all consistently wipe, you should be good to go. I really enjoyed the traction on this shoe. Definitely the best traction out of like the previous Harden models, at least the recent previous Harden models. So yeah, really glad Adidas went with herringbone finally. Instead of that data mapped spiderweb looking traction pattern. This is a huge upgrade. I'm really glad that they use this herringbone, and yeah, the traction I would say is pretty damn solid. So moving on to the cushion, Adidas is finally done with the Boost drop-in midsoles. You know, those were just really stiff, just not the best. But the Harden Volume 6 features a full-length Boost midsole. It is caged on the lateral side. However, on the medial side, you can see that it is fully exposed. And the Boost in here is nice. It feels like old Boost. I would say this is similar to maybe like the Harden Volume 1 and the Harden Volume 3 versions of Boost. So in the heel, right when you put on the shoe, every time you take a stride in the heel, you definitely feel the boost. It feels nice, feels plush, it feels really good. You get good impact protection in the heel. Up in the forefoot, you know, it does thin out. You do get a little bit of impact protection, but it's definitely more of that firm responsiveness type of cushion, which is perfectly fine with me. It still feels really good. So overall, the boost in here is really nice. Like I said, it is definitely reminiscent of some of the earlier Harden models, which is a great thing actually. Yeah, I really enjoyed the boost setup in here. I hope moving forward they continue to do like an actual midsole rather than a drop-in, because this felt amazing compared to at least the last two Harden models. If you all like Boost, you will like this cushion setup. So moving on to the materials, the Harden Volume 5 features recycled materials, and it pretty much feels like kind of a thick felt material, honestly, with some like overlays here and there for added durability. And just from the touch, it definitely doesn't feel like the most premium materials, but I get it because it is made from recycled materials. It does get the job done in terms of the performance, so I can't really complain. It does break in and gets a little bit softer over time, so that's nice. At first, it is pretty damn stiff, but just give it some time, it will break in. This recycled material, or this felt material I should say, is pretty much featured across this whole shoe. So this whole upper is made of that same material. Moving towards the tongue, you do have like this open mesh tongue. It is not the most padded, but Adidas does provide you with these wide flat laces. So if you do like to crank down your laces, you won't feel the laces digging into your foot. So overall, from a quality standpoint, I would definitely say it's not the best, but it does get the job done in terms of the performance. So moving on to the fit, I would say that these do run a half size big. I went down a half size, pretty much like I do in every single other Adidas shoe or Harden shoe. And yeah, it is good lengthwise, but let me tell you, this shoe is pretty damn narrow. I'm a slightly wide footer, and yeah, this forefoot area absolutely destroyed my feet. Actually to the point where This little plastic piece right here, I don't know why they have this like string running across. It pretty much does nothing. But yeah, this plastic piece right here irritated my foot so bad it actually caused a blister on my like foot. So that kind of sucks. As a slightly wide footer, I kind of wish I went true to size rather than down a half size. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Wide footers go true to size, maybe even up a half size, just depending on how wide your feet actually are. If you do have narrow feet or regular feet, I would suggest going down a half size because like I said, going down a half size, perfect lengthwise. But yeah, just the narrowness of this forefoot, at least for me, it is definitely killer. Outside of the width issue though, for me, the overall fit is really good. You do have a little bit of dead space up in the toe box area, but that's kind of expected with how these materials are. But everywhere else, it was really nice and snug. You do have like all these Achilles pillows here too. You have like what, 6 of them, I believe. So yeah, the fit in here is really good. You feel nice and secure as well. So overall, the fit in the Harden Volume 6 is really good. Just watch out if you do have wider feet. So moving on to the support, I had absolutely zero issues with the support in the Harden Volume 6. You do have an internal heel counter along with all these Achilles pillows that I mentioned earlier, and your heel is super secure. Your heel isn't going anywhere. It's nice and locked in. You don't have any side-to-side movement on the footbed. The materials do a great job of keeping your foot contained on that footbed, as well as this midsole area. This pattern pretty much comes up onto the upper of the shoe, which kind of acts as a container for your foot. So your foot is definitely not going anywhere. Like I mentioned earlier, this strap thing right here, this string or rope, doesn't really do anything, and it actually irritates my foot just because I do have a wider foot. So that's just something to mention out there as well. In terms of the lateral movements, you are super stable. This is a very wide base, and this midsole does actually protrude out a little bit to form an outrigger, so you're covered there, so you can do all your step backs and whatnot. And then in terms of the torsional rigidity and stability, you are covered. There is a shank plate in this shoe. Kind of reminds me of the Harden Volume 1 shank plate, actually, like the layout of this. So yeah, this is rigid. You're stable there. Overall support in the Harden Volume 6 is really good. The Harden Volume 6 retails for $140, and for $140, I would definitely say this is a must cop. The only downsides, at least for me, are the material usage. It just doesn't feel the most premium to the touch, but it does get the job done in terms of the performance, like very, very well. And then the width issue for me, you know, like I said, as a slightly wide footer, I did go down a half size, and it fits good lengthwise. However, the narrowness of the forefoot just absolutely destroyed my feet, especially because this little plastic piece right here, I don't know what it did, but I guess it dug into my foot and actually caused a blister. So that is just something to keep in mind if you do have wider feet. But if you have narrow feet or regular feet, I would say you all are going to love this shoe, and make sure you go down a half size. But yeah, you all will love this shoe. It is a great performer. The traction is good, the cushion is good, the fit is good, the support is good. Yeah, it's just a really, really good performing shoe. I would say this is the best Harden model that I've played in. I would say it's probably, this is the best, or maybe the one. They're both very, very good. But overall, I would say that the Harden Volume 6 probably plays better and feels better than the 1. And this definitely outshines the most recent Harden models. I did not have a good time playing in those, but the Harden Volume 6 was super fun. I really enjoyed playing in this shoe. I just wish that, you know, it was a little bit wider up in the forefoot area, so it would just fit my feet a little bit better. But hey, you know, it is what it is. If you all wanted to pick up a pair of these, I would highly recommend it. I'll leave a link for you in the description box below if you all do want to get a pair from Adidas or wherever. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this performance review. If you all like this video, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button down below, and also hit that bell notification button so you never miss another video just like this. Also, hit that thumbs up button for me, as it really does help me out. Make sure you all check out this video on my left and on my right, and that's pretty much it. Until next time, peace.